Hi, I'm here with Lady Saints head softball coach Kristen Silva and freshman Noemi Tudon. How are you guys today?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Okay. Well, coach, you guys open conference play at home, French Family Field, at Saturday tomorrow against Butler at 1-3. How do you guys feel going in?
I think we're doing pretty good. We played some tough teams going to Texas. We didn't get to go to Colorado to play Otero, but we ended last weekend with some tough teams. And I think it prepared us. We worked hard for 4 days. So we're excited going into tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing that we have talked about. Your schedule has been pretty tough all the way through. So how does that sort of has been building you and preparing you, and what have you learned from the team so far? After these games.
We've gone through a lot. We haven't won much games, but we're learning slowly. We're building slowly. Last weekend playing Murray State at North Central, they played as a team, and they looked like they were making the routine plays. They did everything we could, and Murray State came ahead in a couple games, and even North Central. We played hard, so we're slowly building it, and I see success coming slowly. So.
And
I'm
sort
excited.
of exactly what you expected, I'm guessing.
Yes.
You probably would like a lot more, some more W's, but if you gain something from that, and I guess that there's going to become a point where that's not going to be any good anymore, but right now for the start of the season, that's probably where you're at right now, right?
Going into our conference, I think we're playing in a tough conference. I think that's going to help us in the long run. Us playing some tough teams early, then you get to, even playing Butler early, we're going to get to play them a little tough, And like I said, we just came off of two tough teams, and I think it's prepared us for Butler. So I think that will help us going in towards success.
Naomi, how does this so far for you for the season? How have you sort of been prepared, and what have you gone through? What have your experiences been?
I feel like when I first got here, it was really a rough start, but it's all just a learning process, and we were just learning as we go. And I feel like we're gonna build up to that success little by little.
Now you said rough start. What do you can you expand
Rough
on
start.
that?
It just got a little shaky when I first got here because I'm so far from home, and then it was just like school on top of softball, on top of everything, and then just a lot, just overwhelmed feeling.
Just a lot of adjustments, I'm guessing. And now, so what's been basically a lot of the differences between going from the high school level to the college level?
The game is a lot faster, a lot more advanced, and it's like you don't have time to think about your mistake that you made or the error that you had or the strikeout that you had. Like, you got to keep moving forward and keep moving.
Coach, is that something that you try to teach them, like first bat's over and then?
Yep, we talk a lot. We after every inning, half inning, we come together at third base or first base, whichever side we're on, and we talk about if we won the inning or crossing the line. Kind of forget about it and move on to the next play because you got a ball coming at you no matter what. So
is that sort of kind of a sort of a mixed bag because you want them to sort of learn from the mistakes, but you also want them to turn the page as well. So there's that fine line.
It's 50-50 because in a game you can't be thinking about the mistake you had in the first inning and you're in the fourth inning and you're still thinking about the first inning. We got to keep moving forward. So it's kind of like you got to think about it, but you don't really want to because you want to keep going through the game. So.
What do you think of her play so far?
Nomi plays hard. She puts her heart all out there. She's a team player. She works hard. She's always cheering on her teammates. Even if she struggles at bat or, makes an error, she's out there hustling, doing everything she can to be part of that team to push everybody to success.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said that there's been an adjustment. What have you been learning on the field in terms of getting better, and what have you seen so far?
My defense has increased in strength a lot because just learning more, like covering more grounds and where I'm more comfortable at on the field, playing position-wise. And, and Coach has moved me to second base, which was a challenge, but, getting used to it, learning as I go. And it's just a great opportunity just to learn little by little.
What do you take more pride in, your defense or your hitting?
My defense, for sure. Yeah.
And a lot of people sort of take that for granted. Like Coach said, if you don't make the routine plays, if you don't make the basic plays, it just opens up sort of a can of worms with us. I think so you really have to sort of want to preach that.
Yeah. We've had a couple innings, it opens up a can of worms, we get one, and then it just rolls into almost like a circus a little bit. But we're trying to, last weekend we had one game like that, and then after that we've stepped it up that we're not doing that as much, so.
Talk about the mental approach that you have and to part of the game. Have you learned to focus more?
Yes, back in the fall season, I was really in my head mentally, in the box, defensive wise, and anything on the field. I was just really overthinking everything. But now I'm getting more comfortable and I'm feeling more confident, aggressive, just wanting to go out there and win.
And talk about that mental game, how you're teaching these kids the mental approach to the game.
I mean, it's just one of those, we're playing baseball, softball is such a mental game. It's 90%, right? So it's 10% physical, but it's how do you overcome that next step, right? So if you make an error, how do you overcome it? Okay, I'm going to get a next ball. Like, I'm going to help my teammate. If my pitcher gives me a ground ball, I got to be there to field that ground ball, And that's the biggest thing is even at practice we talk about, hey, let's go, move on to the next play and move on to the next play. Or, they talk to each other out there and they're like pushing each other. Noemi and Lana play in the same spot and Lana and Noemi are pushing each other the whole time. If they make an error, 10 push-ups. And so they're like challenging each other a little bit. But that's the fun of the game, right? So they're pushing each other to get better and better. So,
going back to tomorrow's game, Saturday, what do you expect from Butler?
I mean, I believe they're going to come out swinging, of course. That's Butler, I know their pitchers are pretty strong, but I still believe, I watched some of it, some of the games they played, and I still believe that when we played Murray State, we played Murray State in a 1-1 ball game for 6 innings, and I think that built it up for us to play Butler, We overcame a couple humps, and we had the mental side was there, the physical side was there, and I think that's what our kids, they worked hard this week, so.
Okay. Noemi, you're from Houston, big town, real big city. How has the adjustment been from there to Liberal, Kansas?
Oh, it's been crazy. Coming from a big city and from a little town, it's just really a lot to adjust from. And then just being far from home, my family, has just been a little challenge. But, on the way, we're going through it.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my mama.
That's great. Okay, so the Lady Saints play the Butler Grizzlies Saturday at 1 and 3. They're at French Family Field. The game is free, so free admission. You guys get to see some great softball out over there. I'm sure the girls feed off the energy. We've had some pretty good crowds, and the weather's supposed to be maybe a little breezy, but supposed temperatures are going to be
Supposed to be
high.
60s.
That's
so.
right.
I
It's
hope
gonna
so.
be pretty nice. So hopefully it'll be really, really nice. And you guys get a brand new scoreboard that you guys
Yes.
are going to see. So that'll be really cool. So come on out to see the game, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.